Hello fellow junk lovers, stuff collectors, and kids at heart. In this video, I'm going to show you footage from a recent trip that I took to the Nashville Zoo. This is the Nashville, Tennessee Zoo, and every year they do a Halloween event called Boo at the Zoo, and I really love going. It's a whole lot of fun. They put up a bunch of Halloween lights and play spooky Halloween themed music, and you get to dress up in costumes and you can take kids trick-or-treating through the zoo. It's a whole lot of fun, and so I figured why not get a little bit of footage to share with people so you can kind of experience it too, and maybe decide whether or not you would want to take a trip to the Nashville Zoo to look at this stuff. This was the entrance into the zoo, and they had all of these large flowers. I think these were actually put up for the Christmas event that they do. After Boo at the Zoo, the Halloween themed event that they put on, they start a Zoolumination event, which is for Christmas, where they light up thousands of lights with really cool different creatures with lights in them. So some of the stuff you'll see in this video, the reason why it's not lit up is because it's going to be lit up for the Christmas event. So it's kind of confusing when you see the Halloween stuff lit up in front of other stuff and it looks like the other stuff isn't working. That's because that stuff is actually being put out for the Christmas event. I think that was a good example. I think the vampire was for Halloween, but I think that rabbit looking creature is probably a part of the Christmas design that they have going. You can see this is one of the trick-or-treat stations that they have. They've got them throughout the zoo as you walk down the path. Different stations where your kids can stop and trick-or-treat. They did have one adult station where they were giving out full-size Snickers bars, so that was pretty cool. I definitely think the best part of this event is just getting to go to the zoo at night, getting to see all the cool stuff, all the lights lit up, hearing the Halloween themed music. It really gets you into the spooky spirit of the season. And I actually didn't even get to get any footage of one of the coolest parts. They do set up a whole section in a field at the zoo where they have a little dance party tent set up where your kids can dance on a light up dance floor and listen to different Halloween themed music and kind of have a dance party. And then they have lots of different activities for kids and different kinds of booths that you can do. And then they also had a Ferris wheel this year, and they have the carousel going at night, and you get to ride for free when you go to Boo at the Zoo. When you go during the day, you can ride the carousel, but you have to pay for it. But when you go for Boo at the Zoo, you get to ride the carousel for free, and it's nighttime, so it just makes it seem extra fun and extra special. Even though this event is at nighttime, you do get the opportunity to see some animals when you go to Boo at the Zoo. They do have the reptile house open. I did add some footage to show you all the different snakes and fish and lizards that I saw while I was there. Some very interesting critters. And then if you watch to the end of this video, I do have a small amount of flamingos yelling at each other at the end of the video that you can hear if you want to hear what it sounds like when flamingos get mad and try to fight. And then the last almost 2 minutes of this video before the flamingo fight, I added a really interesting clip of the Sumatran Tigers. They did let us go in and watch the Sumatran tiger be fed. They gave him some snacks, and we were able to be really close to him and get to watch him eat. You could actually kind of hear him talking a little bit if you really listen during that footage. I did leave the noise going with that footage so you can hear the guy teaching us about the tigers. It was a very cool experience to have. This is where the flamingos are, but at the end I added the part with the noise. Here you can just see them flapping around and hanging out. It's pretty cool to get to be at the zoo at night. And they did have light up flamingos all around the real flamingos, which was also a really cool thing to get to see. I'm hoping I'll get to go back to the zoo when they put up the Christmas lights. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I've never gone for the zoo illumination, but I try to go to the Halloween event almost every year just because I do think it's a lot of fun. It does cost a bit of money, but it's worth it if you go and really get to enjoy the experience and you have some time to walk around and see all of the things. I think it's a ton of fun. I totally recommend going. The rest of this video is all different creatures that I got to see while I was there. Check out those cockroaches. How weird is that? They're kind of talking to each other there, wiggling their little antennas. But I thought it'd be cool to include some footage of the creatures in case you're never going to get to travel to the Nashville, Tennessee Zoo, or in case you just want to see what you'd get to see when you were there, in case you get inspired to go. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it brightens your Halloween spirit, or maybe just gives you some fun looking at all the animals. I love going to the zoo. I haven't been in a while, so this definitely made me want to go back during the daytime so I can see some more animals. Let me know in the comments, does your zoo that's local to you do a Halloween event? Have you ever gone? Do you love going to the zoo as much as I do? I love animals, so I love the opportunity to go and look at a bunch of them. But like I said, I just hope you enjoy this video, and until next time guys, bye!
So he is a Sumatran tiger, which is the smallest of the tiger species. So even though he's about 220 to 250, somewhere in that range, he is considered, even though he's a full-grown adult, Male Sumatran Tigers like him can get up to 300 pounds, usually where they max out at. But by comparison, the largest tiger, the Amur tiger, also called the Siberian tiger, can get to 700 to 800 pounds. So it's a very considerable difference in size. Yes?
What is their lifespan?
So their lifespan, the lifespan of cats is pretty consistent across the board, 15 to 20 years. Maybe out in the wild they may not live as long because they may not get as much food, they may get a disease with no vet to take care of them. But yeah, 15 to 20 years is about what we expect.
Why did you guys change his name?
So for him it was just, well actually it's because someone with a lot of money paid a lot of money to do so. So if you want to name an animal and you want to give us a lot of money for it, we will sell it.
What does he eat?
So these guys are obligate carnivores, so meat and only meat. Out in the wild, they can eat anything. They can eat like tapirs, deer. They can eat smaller things like rabbits. Here at the zoo, we have a couple different things. So we have, I believe Mike has chunk meat, which is beef based. The ground meat that he normally gets is ground horse meat. It's leaner and healthier for him, better for his figure. But the whole prey items that we get, well, we never feed live, so we never give them any live food. There's a number of reasons for that. Trying to be more humane, cleaner overall, but also to try to keep kids